Okay, so right now we're doing a full moon forecast for cardinal signs. And yes, we are getting Aries first because the full moon is about them. And you guys gave me a lot of hell on it the last time. So with the full moon in Aries, I feel like you are coming and you're stepping out as somebody else. I don't know. You're doing this glow up. I don't know if you have an announcement to make, but many eyes are on you because the full moon is about you. So I don't know if you're changing your appearance, the way you carry yourself. It's something new with you. But Chiron is also conjuncting the full moon. So I don't know if you're going to be carrying your wounds around with you, or you're going to come out as a healer, or you're going to come out with something that may heal somebody else. Like you may say something inspiring that actually that came from you being wounded or going through a hard time. And in a twist of events, it turns out to work out in your favor because the full moon will also be conjunct the part of fortune in your sign. Because the full moon is opposing the sun, as all full moons do, the sun is going to be conjunct Juno in your 7th house of partnerships, relationships, and agreement. So I see that you're breaking away, like breaking some ties with some folks, or you're trying to balance a relationship with them. It's just that during this time, it's all about you, and you want to be the one to call the shots. And you want to be this new person who's autonomous and who's independent and who's having this fresh new start. But because Mars is in your house of emotions and with family, I see that you could be a lot irritable around this time when it comes to your family, when it comes to your close connections, when it comes to your yourself. Like what's going on with you emotionally? Like you're feeling highly triggered. But it's like you're triggering other people along the way. And it's like a back and forth on who's wrong, I'm wrong, you're wrong. If you wouldn't have done this, if my could have been raised a different way, you know, things like that. Those type of arguments are going to come up a lot for you, Aries, as you try to be this new person. A lot of your past will come back. A lot of those past wounds will come back so that you can deal with them. Venus is at the energetic degree, sextiling Pluto at the energetic degree. Okay, this is going to have an effect on you publicly and psychologically. And at this time, I know you want to be with people, socialize with people who actually get you, who don't actually want to use you or manipulate you, but who support who you want to become. But also at this time, you would do best to have somebody to talk to that you can trust. Maybe talking to a counselor or a therapist so that when you make this grand leap, and you step back out as yourself, you're stepping out as your higher self so that you no longer have to go around and do the cycle where you're reinventing yourself, but then you're taking 5 steps back because you choose to step over and ignore your own trauma. Get rid of your trauma, become a new you. Level up. Cancer. So I see there's a lot of new announcements that are being made. I don't know if you're going out in public and you're going to announce something. I don't know if you're announcing that you're single finally. I don't know if you're announcing that you're sick of your job. You're sick of the bullshit. It's just something with your career you need to change from. You want to be more autonomous. Like when it comes to your career, you want to do things your way. I think that you're getting sick of being bossed around. I think you're ready to do your own thing publicly when it comes to your image, when it comes to career, or when it comes to you, following your own life path. Because the moon is in Aries and Mars at this time is in Cancer, it's a mutual reception because Mars is usually at home in the sign of Aries, but it's not there in Moon is in home and Cancer and it's not there. They're switched around. So you're going to feel a lot switched around and you will pop off, and I can see you having emotional outbursts, angry, tears, all that shit, because you're sick of your current reality. You envisioned yourself being somewhere else, and I feel that you're finally going there, balls to the wall, whether you got to go there crying, pushing, pulling people's hair out. You have places to go and a person to be. And I feel like there are people in your house, in your home, in your family, people who are close to you that want to, keep in contact with you, be in partnership with you, and still, have a piece of you available. But it's like your motivations are somewhere else. Your motivations are to yourself. And you want people to get that. And it's like right now you're learning to balance socializing at home and being your own person out into the public and to the world. And it's like you have to balance your private life and your public life, because your public life is a reflection of your private life. If you don't get your private life under control, then your public life is going to shit. I feel like during this time, you're just trying to find your way in life, and everybody can see you struggling. But there are people who are rooting for you, But sometimes for you, it's hard for you to feel that. Like, you're like, are you really rooting for me? And you're going to be asking people the hard questions, the people that you socialize with, party with, the people that you date. Even you could be asking your kids. You could be having deep conversations with them if you do have kids. Like, are we good? Do we need to have a deeper conversation or discussions? Because I just feel like, and you know, people can see, or you can even see that there's some cycles that you need to close out when it comes to your projects, when it comes to your passions, and you need to complete something around the people that you once were with, you know, ending some one-on-one connections as well. So around this time, you'll be happy, but you'll be sad. It's like, oh, I hope the changes that I'm making are not affecting my personal life and my relationships. But girl, you know where you need to go. You know where you need to go. And you know what changes that need to be made. And you know what I'm talking about. Libra, you are also letting people go. Because the moon Chiron conjunction in the 7th house. And I feel like you're letting some connections go because people are really emotionally draining. They're tiring you. And not only that, I feel like they offer more pain than they do good. Like, even though you learn from them, it's time for you to move forward. Now, another way that this can manifest for you with the full moon in the 7th house could be like you're stepping out with somebody, right? You're stepping out with somebody who can either hurt or heal you when it comes to your public life. And when this announcement is made and when you're stepping out with somebody or you're stepping out as a single person, because Aries is single by yourself, it's going to be a lot of chatter either way. There's going to be a lot of opinions either way, like publicly. Like I see people at your job or your career, maybe they feel competitive with you or they get combative with you. So that's one thing that I would watch out for. And it sucks because Sun is conjuncting Juno in your sign of Libra. It's like you want to partner with somebody, you want a peacemaker, you want to drop an agreement, you want to be with someone that values you. And because you are now learning and realizing to value yourself, you're making choices on who can come close to you, who can partnership with you, and who is not, who will no longer suck your blood and be a personal annoying parasite towards you. And it's like some people will clap for you and then some people will be like, I disagree with you and all that other shit. But it's like this next step in this process, it's challenging and people need to lay off of me because I'm making a change in my life and I'm telling people how I want to be treated by taking action on that. Because people treat you how you treat yourself. People will only treat you like shit if you allow them to treat you like shit. In Libra, you're learning that, and that may shake your foundation a little bit, but it's shaking your foundation and it's connecting you to yourself, your self-value, your self-worth. It's connecting you to your emotion. And people who you can value, who can value you, you will bond with during this time. Last but not least, Capricorn. Capricorn, this Aries full moon is happening in your house, like in your area of house and your emotions. So I see that maybe you get this shot of inspiration where you feel autonomous, where you feel confident, where you feel like you could do anything, like you're getting out of those oppressive episodes. Or I heard that some of you Capricorns are becoming parents or mothers or are pregnant. So you could be bringing basically an Aries home. Like Aries represents the baby. So you're bringing a new baby home as well. So congratulations. But I see with whatever you're bringing home or whatever, it comes with a lot of sacrifices, hurts, wounds, and triggers. This event can trigger you. Some of you may be having a new home or losing a home around this time and it's triggering for you and it makes you angry and you're like, why the hell is this happening to me? Why the hell did I choose to have a child at this time? What is going on with my emotions? What is going on with me? I'm yelling at people. I'm getting mad at people. I'm mad at my mom. I'm mad at myself. What's going on with your mother? Capricorn, check on your mothers. I don't know, but it's like this new change that happens at the root of or your foundation is also affecting your career or your relationships with people. And it's kind of like at odds with each other. Like I have places to be and places to go, but people are depending on me and you're feeling all this pressure. And you know what you need to do, Capricorn? You need a good friend. You need a good friend to talk to. Someone who truly loves you for who you are. Or find that old friend who you need to smooth things over with and kind of make it up to them. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to need some support around this time. And if you don't have a friend, go to the internet. There are a lot of internet friends you can make online.